Week 7 waiver wire is going to be an important one, and we're going to break down everything on screen. Let me actually put, let's go over to this screen right here. This will show we're going to do a little differently this week. We're going to write it on the board because we're getting to the point where all these names we've had, a lot of them are getting consumed. We're going to talk about the meat and potatoes of week 7. Dowdle is going to be on this list, even though he's not available in a lot of leagues. He's only available in 15 to 18%. We're going to talk about him. Vidal, we're going to throw more names on this list before we start organizing. I can tell you right now, Vidal is going in this number 2 spot. Vidal is the number 1 ad if, in fact, Dowdle's gone. We're going to break it all down and more. Talk about this Chiefs-Lions game. A lot of people need to vent. A lot of people had Gibbs, and they were expecting more tonight, but we're going to do it live. The Fantasy Football Show Week 7 begins right now. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks. First and foremost, let's go over this game real quickly. Let me head back to this screen real quickly and just say that Mahomes is him. Mahomes is him. This graphic we had a while ago that everybody craps on Mahomes all the time. Mahomes ain't that good, Smitty. He's not that good, Smitty. He's just a mediocre quarterback. He's not. He used to be good, but now he's not good. Well, let me tell you something. Mahomes is QB potentially 1 moving forward. He's doing all of this without mother freaking Rashee Rice. Imagine what happens next. Let me complete the story for you. Top 5 quarterback lock. Let me see if I even have my Mahomes video from last year. Here it is.
It's Chiefs season. Mahomes is scoring 45 plus touchdowns. Let them cook.
Mahomes absolutely ripping it up. People doubting this kid. This is one of the bigger offseason calls, to be honest. Mahomes dropping 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing, 32 on the ground. Looked fantastic. Kelsey was serviceable for sure, 6 for 78. Wish we could have got more out of Xavier Worthy, but getting a touchdown and 20 yards wasn't bad. Worthy had a 6-yard run as well. Isaiah Pacheco is just not getting enough work. It really is Mahomes running the ball, but what's going to happen once Rice is back next week is this going to be short dump-offs. Mahomes gets to take it easy a little bit. On this other side of the ball, Gibbs getting 17 totes. You can't really ask for more than that. You just want more receptions, not 1 for 0 yards. You also want a touchdown opportunity. And, it was not the best performance out of the Detroit Lions. Coaching staff, play calling, overall squad. This is a Chief game. Chiefs were dominating this game. Chiefs look like they're in Super Bowl form. And they don't even have Rice back. It's going to be quite amazing to watch what happens when Rice is back. Back to the waiver wire for week number 7. Let's just break it down. Let's start breaking it down. Who needs to be added to this list? We have Penix Jr. Drop a green check mark emoji with a player you believe needs to be on this list, and we'll add them on here. This is not everybody. This is just the players that popped into my head, and I'm spitballing this. Vidal's probably the number 1 ad. Put a green check mark. Zay Jones. We'll put Zay right here. Can't even read that. Put Zay right here. Zay Jones. Tez for sure. Tez Johnson needs to be on here. No doubt about it. Great ad. Dart for sure. Dart's probably available in a crazy amount of leagues. We'll put Dart right here. That's a good ad. Fannon's on here already. Right here. Fannon. We got Njoku probably out for a while. Fields is fine. No, he's not. Peanut butter and jelly. Fields is not fine. He's not fine, bro. Ingram's a good ad. We'll put Ingram right here. I don't even know if we're going to rank all of these. Matthew Golden, for sure. He was getting cut left and right. Golden. And he was a recommended ad this week. How about our boy J-Mo? We didn't even get to that. J-Mo and Lab McConkey, 2 of the buy lows of the last 2 weeks on the channel. How about that?
You've just been Smitty approved.
I smell meatloaf. Hey, Ma, the meatloaf. J-Mo coming through solid. Let's get this camera angle right.
I smell meatloaf. Hey, Ma, the meatloaf.
Should be right. Okay. But your boy has been touting the J-Mo situation for a while, and J-Mo certainly came through tonight. We would have loved to have had more out of J-Mo, but this was a good day. It was a good day. Getting the touchdown, 6 for 66 and a touch. He obviously led the team. St. Brown, good buy low, 9 catches, 45 yards at full PPR, still going to be a decent amount of points, but his owner probably wants a little more out of him. So there could be some buy low opportunities for St. Brown, especially if you're trying to divide and conquer one top wide receiver. Let's say you can't win with JSN. Who would trade JSN? Nobody. But if you are losing with JSN, then you can't win with JSN. So you have to potentially divide and conquer. Rev said, what's Rev saying about J-Mo? I only held J-Mo due to Smitty. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Look, J-Mo, a lot of people wanted to give up on J-Mo. We kept hearing, do I cut him? You can't cut him. Can't cut J-Mo. Especially if like St. Brown went down, J-Mo would be a low-end wide receiver 1. You know, it wouldn't be long before you were regretting that decision. But good job keeping him. All right, who else? Green check marks. Throw names on here. Otten. We'll put Otten on here. Christian Watson. I don't know about that one. What else we got? Mason Taylor, I suppose. Mason Taylor. Mte. Coker. Coker's coming back. I'll put Coker right here. Coker's coming back. Wandell. I guess Wandell is available in enough leagues. I'll put Wandell right here. You might be able to read some of these. Matthew Golden, Humphreys. Yeah, Humphreys maybe. We'll throw him. Ingram. Okay, I think we're good. Are we missing anybody? Anybody see anybody that needs to be on here? Jimmy Horn's not bad. All right. Dowdle number 1. Can we agree? Dowdle number 1 overall ad. If for any reason you're in a grandma league, this is full load drop potential season for you.
Initiate full load
There
drop.
may not be a player that has more right now anyway. JCM, obviously, Scattaboo, those are also, Scattaboo probably. Scattaboo and Dowdle have the most this year's Bucky Irving upside. And Dowdle isn't, I don't think Dowdle slows down. He looks like a total different player. He looks like a possessed new running back. Doesn't even have the same build or frame. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's faster. He's hungry. He's more experienced. And he's out for blood. And Chuba is going to probably hold his water bottle on the sidelines. I'm not saying Chuba doesn't have a role, but Dowdle is pretty damn good right now. Humphrey is sneaky. We'll put Humphrey on here. Vidal. How many leagues is Vidal available in? Let's look up the percentage of availability. Now, the thing about Vidal that's crazy is exactly what we kind of said all week long. I didn't feel good about this Haskins nonsense. Everybody was talking about Haskins this, Haskins that. Vidal's available in 50% of leagues. So Vidal is clearly the top waiver wire ad across the entire fantasy football space, because this is a huge number. 50% is massive. He's available in 50% of sleeper, 45 really. 45% of sleeper, about 50 something of I think Yahoo. This is the top ad of the week. This Haskins nonsense, we could kind of smell it from a mile away. Although, don't beat yourself up over it. Even questions I got were like, Smitty, who do I go, Vidal or Haskins? It was hard to sit Haskins if the entire rumor mill, Schefter, everybody was reporting that Haskins would get leaned on, and he didn't get leaned on. Vidal got leaned on. Vidal's the player with the better skill set. He's a good receiver. He looked more explosive. The week prior, he was getting used. The only thing that was kind of concerning and things that made those news reports feel a little bit like, okay, we got to look out for him, was that we were hearing that DeMarcado was all of a sudden going to take a backseat to Michael Carter, which he did. And it's like Michael Carter was getting brought up from the practice squad. DeMarcado was the one out there doing work before an injury struck Benson. So why in the hell would you go to the practice squad versus just bring them up and have them be a part of the team. It's ridiculous. I know some of us do special teams and all that, but it's wild to me sometimes these teams will elevate somebody and use somebody that's not even relevant at the moment, and they put the person that's been there doing the work as the 2 or 3 on the pine. And so this didn't feel right to me that Vidal, who looked good that week prior, Hampton goes down, Vidal goes in, and then all of a sudden you got the Haskins reports everywhere. Oh, Harbaugh knows Haskins. It's going to be great. No, it wasn't. It was awful. And Vidal had over 100. What do you have? Vidal had a freaking 124 rushing yards, a receiving TD, and 3 for 14. This guy exploded. Absolutely exploded. Nearly 140 total all-purpose yards and a touchdown. And so Vidal is I don't know what he is going forward. We have news that Hampton might be out maybe 4 to 5 more games now, even with this game out of the way. There's a chance he could be out longer, but the report that came out last night suggested that Hampton's missing more than 1 month. So that's 1 game down. At least 4 or 5 more games Hampton will be out. Vidal is potentially a league winner. 50% availability. So Vidal off the board. Dowdle off the board now and moved over, transposed to the other side. Who goes 3? Tez looks solid. Fannin looks good with Njoku likely out for some time. Jaden Blue getting more work. Sanders is out for the year. Kendrick Bourne keeps dropping wads. Maybe Bourne's next. You got Wandell. Let me rewrite Wandell over here now that we have space. Wandell Golden. Is Knight next? Who's next? Is it Bam Knight? Is it Carter? Who knows what Carter is? I don't know what the Cardinals are doing. Is it Shepard? Is it Tez? Is it Dart? Is it Penix? Is it Bryce Young? I'd probably say it has to be Bourne who's exploding right now. And Kendrick Bourne is probably available, I imagine, in at least 40% of leagues. Let me see. Bourne. The Bourne supremacy is available in 50% of leagues. 50% of leagues on average. That is a huge number. Number 1, Dowdle. Probably not available in most of your leagues. Clearly, 15 to 18% speaks to that. Vidal next on the list. Vidal, make sure he's a full load drop. Full load drop.
Initiate full load drop.
Are we full load dropping on Bourne? Well, I guess that depends on your league. If your league doesn't have very many players left, then yeah, you kind of have to full load drop.
Initiate full load.
You kind of have to full load drop at this point in time in the season, walking into week number 7. Man, I can't believe we're already 7 weeks in. Walking into week number 7. Next up for me, probably going to be. So we're gonna take Bourne off the board here. We're probably gonna have to say, and who else am I missing? Does anybody feel like there's somebody that should be available that I haven't listed here? We'll put Bourne here. I think Fannin might be next. He's gonna get completely unleashed. Fannin Jr. And he's available in probably so many leagues. He got dropped last week like a madman. Available in 50%. Wow. This is straight down the board, 50%. 50% of leagues, he's available. That's fantastic. Fannin off the board. Who's next? Is it Tez? Well, we're hearing word that Ibuka may or may not miss a game or 2. It's good news that we're hearing that they're not extremely concerned, but that's initial reports. We heard that Bowers, there was no concern. Bowers says, I'm not really worried about it, and Bowers is yet to play solid football. Bowers is missing time right now. Taysom Hill for sure. We'll put Taysom Hill here. Great call. Anybody else have any suggestions? Booty. Put the Booty Meister in here. Great call. Booty needs to be added. Who else is missing? Dart, Myers, Probably going to say, look, Dart's really nice here if you need a quarterback. I'm probably going to say, out of all the players, man, Pop Douglas, we'll put Pop on here. Pop. All right, and actually, Travis, if you're out there, dial in. The phone lines are not open. I'm going to see if Travis has somebody that I need to list here that I don't have listed. Travis usually takes a look at what I've got. Gadsden, definitely add Gadsden right here. And Travis, if you're there, cool. If not, no worries. Darnold, yeah, Darnold's probably in the mix here. I don't know that I'm going to list all these in order. We might just rank these 8 and then have conversations about the rest. Dobbs is very intriguing. Who's next? Dart. Dobbs. Booty. Bam Knight. Shepard. Otten. Young. Penix. Spears needs to be added. Sure. Who's next? Who do we put up as the next ranked guy, though? Number 5 overall. Golden looks nice, as we talked about all week, by the way. There's a lot of stuff that we nailed this week. We're still waiting on a lot of the preseason guys. No one's suggesting that Harvey or Hendy are balling out. I'm not saying that. Some of you need to adjust and adapt. There's so many people that come in on Mondays and Tuesdays, Sundays and Mondays and like to complain. I got people on X and YouTube in here. I got 800 people on YouTube, 100 or so on Twitter. Get on over. Tez, we got right here. So Tez, everybody's saying Tez. Tez, Mayer, Wandell, Darnold. I think you're good with the names. Okay, who do we want next? Travis, put a vote in. Who's next? Tez, Bam Knight, Booty. I kind of like Booty here. I feel like Booty's going to continue to... He's going to get better. And he's available in how many leagues? Booty's available in... Wow. 88%. Downs. We can add Downs. Put Downs here in Booty's spot. Downs. Dart next. Okay, Dart's available in... Dart's available in 55%. 55%. So Dart, let's get Dart off the board. Honestly, I want to put Penix Jr. here. I think he's going to have a good day. Ingram, Tez. Tez might be going to the moon. Let's go Tez. Assuming that we're going to see a missed game for Ibuka. I'm not saying we will. Hopefully we don't. But Tez needs to be added. Tez Johnson's a fantastic player. Available in 97% of leagues. Penix Jr. Penix Jr. is available in... Wow, 75% of leagues. That's quite shocking. Let's rank 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is an extensive waiver wire. I kind of like doing it this way, to be honest. I'll have to screenshot this so we can review it as the week moves on, but I kind of like this better. All right, so we got Penix Jr. out of the way. We've got Booty out of the way. We got Tez out of the way. We have Dart, Fannin. All right, who's next? Let's see who's next. Travis, who do we put next? Oh, I gotta switch the phone line audio over. Hold on, Travis. All right, let me switch that back. There we go. Travis, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me all right?
Yeah. All right, who's next? We got Dowdle, Vidal, Bourne, Fannin, Booty, Dart, Tez, Penix Jr. I got the list of players I think that need to be discussed. Spears, Coker over here. You could barely read them. Pop Douglas, Golden.
What do you think about Wandale and Golden? I mean,
yeah,
Wandale's the number one there. If that offense keeps playing well, I mean,
Wandale, Golden. I think those are good. So we'll move. We'll erase Golden. We'll take Wandale off. So we got Darnold. I mean, I guess I'm going to leave the quarterbacks off. And if you need a quarterback, Darnold would probably be next. We've got Dart over here. Because we got Penix Jr. already. We got Dart. You could put Darnold here. I could actually write Darnold like down here. Darnold.
When is Kittle coming back?
I don't know.
Tungus, or however you say his name. It's pretty good today too.
Yeah. And Tungus is solid. Wandale. Okay, so maybe we go. Get this just right. God, come on, camera. Oh well. Maybe we go with chat. What do you think? Who's next?
Oh, Goddard is still available in a bunch of leagues.
Goddard
is still available in 24% of sleeper.
Okay, Goddard. I'd probably put maybe with Tez. I guess. Maybe we move everybody down. So Golden here. Wandale. Here, this will be better. We'll put Penix here and Darnold. Penix, Darnold, and then we'll move Tez down here, and then Goddard here, I guess. Dart and Goddard seem pretty close, just depending on what you need. So 97%, and then we'll put Goddard here. You said 25%?
Yeah, 26% of sleeper, 24%, I think.
All right, Downs, Blue, Darnold's gone. Zay, Spears, Coker, LMC, AJ Barner, Tyreek Hill, Taysom Hill, Gadsden, Tungus, Ingram, Humphreys is kind of sneaky. Dobbs. This is Kendre. Pomp Downs. I don't know. It's getting kind of, I'd say Bam Knight maybe. Bam Knight, which, there's risk there. We got Golden already. Shepard. So the last two, Otten, Shepard, Young, Downs, Pop, Blue, Zay, Spears, Coker, LCM, Mason Taylor, Kendre Miller. You still can't read that. I'll put it right here. Miller, AJ Barner, Dobbs, Taysom Hill, Gadsden, Ollie, Tungus, Ingram, Humphreys. What are we doing? Last two guys. Shepard. Shep. Last one. Travis, you pick it.
Let's see who's left. Man. I don't know. Tungus, or however you say his name, Spears. Spears is more of a wait and see still. He got more work than Pollard today, but
Can you read? Chat. Dobbs. What did Dobbs have today? Or no, he's on bye. What did he have last week? Didn't he have 2 touchdowns last week?
No, he was back today.
That's back today. What am I thinking?
9 targets, 5 for 55.
9 targets, 5 for 55. The week prior was 3 touchdowns. That's right. Okay, let's go Dobbs. So, yeah, that I think that's good. I mean, the only people are Woody Marks is Woody Marks. What's he available in? He cut that many leagues. And I'm going to tell you guys to pick up Woody Marks.
I'm only going 44% of sleeper.
44.
Yep.
Okay, you guys aren't going to like this, but Dart's going to share this line. Well, I could do this. 6 Dart. 7 Marks. 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did I mess up somewhere? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay.
Now, do you think, like Shepard and Tez, do you think Tez definitely goes ahead of Shepard, or do you think we don't really know? Because they both got, I think, like 3 targets today, something like that.
I don't know, to be honest. I'm hoping it's not necessary.
Right.
But yeah, that's tough. Chat, who do you like better, Shepard or Tez? I kind of like Tez better. I think Shepard.
I do too.
Shepard feels like the consistent Romeo Dobbs play. Dobbs isn't consistent, but I guess what I'm trying to say is like the mediocre talent that delivers. Like when he's called upon, not every time, but he delivers. Tez is maybe a little more special. So he's younger, green, obviously, needs a lot to learn, but I just think he has a lot of big play potential. Yeah, Random even said it right there. Big plays. Great minds think alike. Big play potential, monster explosion type guy. But this is pretty good. I think this is pretty good. I feel like this is a solid waiver wire collection here. I kind of like doing, I think, at least for the rest of the season, I might do it on this board. Because it's getting crazy dragging all those names around. I think we also can put all the names on here. Takes a little less time. I'll have to screenshot this though. And if we got to reference it throughout the week, I can put the graphic back up, no problem. So let me grab the screenshot of this bad boy. I think this is it. We could definitely tweak it, but as the week goes along, but I think this is solid. Week 7 ads.
Yeah, I like this because this kind of, highlights the players who are going to get added the most, the players who can help you the most right away. And then depending on what your roster is like, you may want to stash someone different. You may want to stash the Spears or stash, Blue for a handcuff, but they're not as, urgent of a pickup per se.
Yeah. I don't know. Of this group over here, who do I like the most? Probably say in terms of a stash, Blue and Ollie Gordon. Taysom Hill is very intriguing and interesting. Kendra Miller is interesting if Kamara gets traded. Otten is kind of interesting. Young, I don't really trust. I think he's week to week. But I would say Blue and Ollie have the most appeal for stashing. And then I'd probably say Taysom Hill if you need a tight end. Ingram's interesting too. Yeah, Downs maybe is pretty intriguing. Humphreys is pretty intriguing. So I'd say those are kind of the underlying guys, are the guys that just missed the cut of the top 15, but very debatable. Corm got hurt. What's the status on Corm?
I think did he come back in, or did he leave again?
Corm suffered a little injury in the first half, but was cleared to return. Yeah, those things tend to linger the next week, though. Yeah, so I wouldn't go racing to get Corm unless you have Kyron, but it depends on your, what spots you have available and who you can drop. Probably the most home run hitting from the tight end position would be obviously Fannin. He's ranked the highest. Wide receiver would be Bourne. Maybe Booty, though. I mean, you could definitely say that these are interchangeable, but Bourne's done it 2 weeks in a row, and Mac loves him. So kind of depends on, like what goes down with the quarterback situation, because Bourne is clearly tied to Mac Jones. The rapport's there, so that's why Bourne's susceptible to move down. But Booty's like been solid before; he's proven it before as well, so he's pretty good there. Quarterback probably would be Dart or Penix. Penix is available in so many leagues; it's crazy to me. The biggest stash here that's not a player you're using right now would be Marks. Woody Marks. Woody Marks by far and away is the best stash on the board, in my opinion, minus maybe like Blue and Ollie, but their situations are not near as close to being fulfilled and unfolding, But Marks is probably the biggest stash. The number two players on the board by far. Full load drops, not even a hesitation, are Dowdle and Vidal, and Dowdle's only available to 15% of you. So that's it. It's week 7 waiver wire. Travis, anything else you want to add, or any players you want to speak to?
No, with Bourne, I think there's something there. Just know that there will be weeks where Gates is the guy who gets dominant targets, and it could be a little back and forth there. That's all. But
yeah,
Bourne, some people might remember before his senior year of last year at LSU, they were rumoring him as a first-round pick. So he's got a lot of talent, so there's something there.
Yeah. Hey, Kruger, how long is David Njoku, the tight end for the Browns, expected to be out?
All right, Smitty, looks like as of now, Njoku's got a knee issue from the game against the Steelers.
PCL.
Him is questionable, so no exact timeline yet.
I think it's probably a PCL. It's probably I think it's probably going to be a multi-game. So
he's had knee issues before.
Yeah, I'd expect Fannin to go crazy.
It's getting to be that time of year too, where these rookies that have been working in slowly and getting their feet wet, they start to trust them more. You've even seen it with Gadsden on the Chargers.
And my daily reminder that Bucky didn't do anything till week 10, didn't start till week 13. Yeah. Week 7 was the week that we first saw Jahmyr Gibbs do anything. So I just want everyone to keep that in mind as you're writing off all these rookies and you're thinking they're all trash just because you're impatient. No one's saying it's what we want, but this is a year full of insanity. Let's go over to. Man, I don't want to erase it. Well, we can erase this group right here. Well, you know what? Never mind. Let's go over to this screen real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up an ADP, and we'll go over it together. Go ahead.
While you're pulling that up real quick, I saw someone in the chat just say it, and I saw it a lot today, and it adds to what you're saying. someone's asking, do I drop Tootin? And it's like, well, I mean, I wouldn't, if you don't have to, because ETN has had 2 down games in a row now. So you don't know what that factor is.
Like I see people saying drop Harvey or Hendy. Do what you want, but I'm telling you no. I'm telling you do not. Josh Jacobs. So let's go over the top 20. Let's go over the top 20. The top 22. And then we'll move on to the next. Top 22. Let me see if I can grab. I think I got a check mark and an X here. Hold on. Let me just see if I can find this. There we go. All right. So let's go over the top 22. The chat, I want you all to vote. Do not vote without a name or your vote will not count. Okay, meaning if I say Jamar Chase, you don't say, you don't put a green X. It's going to be a bust. You type in bust or type in, let's just go bust or green. Let's define it. Let's go completely bust or no bust. Like you have to decide one or the other. You can't try and sugarcoat it. Doesn't matter if they got hurt. Like for example, I'm going to put a bust right now over Saquon because he's been busting. It doesn't mean he can't rebound, but right now he is a utter total bust. Okay, so we're going to have, and then example would be for Christian McCaffrey. He's not. He has not been a bust. Doesn't matter what you think about him, what you think can happen to him. He has been, perfect as of this moment. So we'll put Christian McCaffrey with the check mark. That's an example. So we're going to go through Jamar Chase, put the name, and then in a green check mark or a red X, or say bust or not bust. But if you don't put the name, I'm not counting your vote because I don't know. We're going to be behind. People are going to be voting like 5 names, after we're reading them off. Jamar Chase, bust or no bust? You have to decide one or the other. Vote in the chat. I think Travis, give me your vote. I'm pretty sure we can't say bust now because he's had a couple.
Yeah. I gave him a green check.
Okay. And okay. Bijan. I don't think I need to take a vote. No, been unreal. CD Lamb. He hasn't been here.
Right.
It's bust. And again, you're not listening to me if you say he hasn't bust, he hasn't played. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Gibbs has been fantastic. I don't care what he didn't do for everybody today. We don't need to vote on that one. Justin Jefferson. Vote Justin Jefferson. Let's see what everybody votes on this one. This one will be interesting.
Yeah.
Mike, you just put check marks. You didn't put anything. Toner, you just put a check mark. You didn't put a name. Yours doesn't count. J-Rock, you're not listening. JJ Santos, you're not listening. You just put a check mark. You didn't put a name. JJ getting check marks. Okay.
Yep, I agree with that.
Team C, we don't need to vote. Nico. I don't think Nico's going to get a bust, but maybe we do need a middle of the pack. Maybe like a flex emoji or something. Nico, vote. See, we got people still voting Chase. There's some people that are behind on the show. That's why I need the name. There's people voting Chase. Not bust, says John. John, we don't know who you're talking about. Some of you guys aren't listening. Put the name.
You do like a red question mark or something for a, middle of the road. Or not sure.
Oops. Okay, let's go. Let me go back. So let's put Nico. What is Nico? Okay, we'll do a. Let me find a emoji that makes sense. How about a thinking emoji?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
So is Nico a thinking emoji? Like he hasn't busted, but he's to be desired, but still producing? Or is Nico a green check mark? And then do we switch JJ to that?
I was gonna say if Nico and JJ are kind of the same because they've been double digit points every week. Nico had a bad week 1. Double digit points every week, but only blown up 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay. JJ's getting a thinking emoji. Okay, that's because this was good. I'm glad I did that. Neighbors, total bust. Doesn't matter. I know everyone's going to want to defend him. Yeah, but he got hurt. Doesn't matter. He failed you. He failed you. That's the whole point of this exercise. Who failed who? Amon-Ra St. Brown gets a green check mark. He's been having a good year.
Yeah.
Brian Thomas Jr., at cost of entry, he's failed greatly, but did he earn a thinking emoji today, or are we still saying he's bust until he does more than that? It's totally up to you guys. Vote in the chat.
I'll see what the chat does first.
BTJ.
I haven't thought of.
Some of you guys you're voting on players that aren't even being. Okay, it looks like BTJ is getting a thinking emoji, not a bust emoji. Genty, thinking? I don't think he's busted, but he's certainly not getting a green check mark yet. Maybe he will. It's up to the chat. Chat vote. Ashton Genty, not a bust, but to be desired. Genty thinking, Genty check mark, Genty thinking. Looks like Genty's in between a green check mark and thinking. We'll put thinking. Derrick Henry, utter bust.
Yeah.
I mean, he's coming around this week, but that doesn't. 1 week's nothing. That's not. You can't. But I think he's still a good buy low. It doesn't change that. It doesn't change that. These situations can certainly change. That's kind of the whole point of this exercise we're going to go over. Drake London. I mean, he's struggled a big part of the year, right? I mean, we love him right now, but
double-digit points 3 out of 4 weeks, but still, those first 3 weeks were iffy.
Okay, so Drake London, not a bust, but Achan's been unreal.
Yep.
Achan's been phenomenal. He's so good today. AJ Brown, total utter bust. You guys keep voting on these, and if I or Travis see you completely overruling what I'm doing, then I'll change it based on the chat vote. Brock Bowers has been amazing. Just kidding. Man. Chase Brown. Jeez. Bucky. What do we say on Bucky, though? Because, Bucky was good, but...
Well, I think pull up his game log.
I mean, it's not like he's had some good games. I don't think he's green, but I think because he got injured, we're doing the old thinking situation. Yeah, but if you guys vote there, X him, I'll X him, but
because all 4 weeks he was the top 15 back.
Yeah, I think we can.
But now he's hurt, so.
Now, Lab McConkey has had 2 good games, but he's been very bad according to ADP. And while he is going to turn it around and he just started, he's probably a bust at this point. He is not delivered. But I think that's going to flip. I think he's one of the people we're going to say, buy him. Derrick Henry, buy him low. Lab McConkey, continue to buy him, although his value probably wouldn't. Lad's definitely not performed. But he's flipping it for sure. JT's been definitely pulling his weight. And Josh Jacobs.
I think he's been good. I think he's probably been all right.
Yeah, I don't think you can complain about that. This is a brutal top 22. You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players out of 22 have not met expectation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 22 have been utter busts for everybody. Like, this is just a good reminder that nobody's getting everything right. I'm not just talking from like a content perspective, like this is a defense mechanism post or a video. This is me trying to calm the storm that your team's not going to be perfect. No one's is. Look at this. And
it's a good reminder to look at other teams, like you said before. You know, people don't often do that.
I mean, this is brutal. So let's screenshot the next 22 through 47. So this is almost the top 48, essentially.
Yeah, it's a good exercise.
Actually, let me see if I can get the top 48 totally. Yeah, I can. It's going to be a little tight. Let me see if I can screenshot this.
So essentially the first 4 rounds of a lot of drafts.
Yeah, this will be the top 4 rounds. And I'll put this on screen and we'll do the same damn thing. This is so brutal. This is so brutal. All right, here we go. T. Higgins, bust. Big fat bust. Trey McBride. I don't know. Can we even put a thinking emoji for Trey McBride? Or no? Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's still been if it holds this week, he's been a top 10 tight end 4 weeks and a top 12 tight end 5 weeks. So.
Yeah, but at 25 overall?
Yeah, that's true. He was so high. Yeah, no. I mean, when you're taking a tight end that high, he's going to be rivaling wide receivers. You're right.
Tyreek Hill, utter bust, obviously. Yep. That's crazy, man. The first 3 players. Marion Hampton, total bust. It's not that he didn't show what we wanted and he wasn't coming around. He was coming around and he was going to be everything we hoped he would be. But he got injured and he struggled to get there. Josh Allen, he's been
just
good.
Real quick to reiterate, I see the chat kind of pushing back on McBride. You have to look at the ADP, like Smitty said. When he's taken as a second rounder, basically, you need him to do more than he's doing.
Yeah, so I hear you guys. I think Travis is right. You can't put him as a land. Marvin Harrison. We'll put this X at Marvin Harrison. We could put him as a failed to meet expectation at his ADP, but maybe not a bust. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, I guess.
So, we'll do that. Josh Allen's been. What's he ranking right now?
He was QB2 coming into the week.
Yeah. Lamar's not a green check mark. You crazy?
No way.
I mean, honestly, a bust at this ADP, and he's injured. You know, that's part of it. That's part of not being there. Kyron, been a monster. Especially
Lamar was great. Lamar was great the first 3 weeks, and then he got injured and he's going to be out. You know, he's out this week.
Yeah, but he's busting on you right now. It doesn't matter if it's injury. He's busting on you. JSN exploding. Remember, as we get further down the ADP, the less of an obligation they had to you to deliver top like 5 numbers. Mike Evans getting injured and not playing great, you know, bust. Garrett Wilson, he's been pretty good all year. I know we're worried about him at this juncture right now, and he's got banged up, but he hasn't really been a bust. So we got to give.
What?
Yeah, I know it feels like you're worried as hell right now. George Kittle, bust. Doesn't matter. Smitty, I'm a Niner fan, and Smitty, he got hurt. Adams, he's under-delivered based on what he could be doing. But he's still not a bust by any means, but I think he's, going 40 overall. I think he's probably earning that more than he's not. And he's gonna be lights out if Puka's limited. JD5, unfortunately, he's a bust. I mean, he hasn't even played well. I think he'll turn it around. Again, this exercise is not like put a nail in the coffin of a lot of these guys, and some of it we're gonna get, some value. Ted is not a green check. I don't care if he had 2 touchdowns today. This ADP was asking the world from him, and he has not delivered that. But I don't think I would say bust, but I certainly not get a green check. But is it a red X, or is he been serving his purpose? Probably. What was his wide receiver rank?
Coming into today, he was 27. Coming into today, he was on pace for 1,300 yards.
Yeah, but what wide receiver rank?
Wide receiver 27.
It's not good. At 37 overall, he's got to be delivering more than that. I know the people that own Team Akron want to vote on what they believe.
Yeah, well, that's a good point because Devontae Adams, I believe, they're listing at wide receiver 16. That's not updated, I think, is it?
Yeah, I know everyone's going to disagree that owns him because they want to see him. He did great today. He's not been delivering. He's not. James Cook, one of the steals of the draft, clearly performing way outperforming anybody even around this territory. Scary Terry, total and utter bust. Just complete bust. Xavier Worthy, honestly, it's not a green check mark, that's for sure, because he's been injured. Yeah, I mean, he's delivered enough to maybe get this thinking emoji.
I don't think so.
No? Chat, vote on Worthy. Maybe I'm wrong.
0 points week 1, missed week 2, missed week 3. And he had 17, 11, and 10 points.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's delivered less than Ted McMillan has. I think it can change. But.
Okay. All right. Worthy, boom. Bust. George Pickens, been fire.
Smash.
Just absolute crushes ADP.
He's earning his money next year.
A monster. Trey Henderson. Can I get 2 X's, I guess, at this point? Can I put Vrabel next to him? So sad. Jalen Hurts, what quarterback rank was he prior? Well, now, is it updated?
I'm not sure if it's updated. I don't think it is. Well, maybe because he was Thursday night actually. They have him as QB1.
No. Can't be QB1.
I feel like he got updated, but other players didn't yet.
Yeah, he's probably down at like 10.
He's been good though.
Yeah, he's been good, but someone look. Is anybody's scoring updated? Can anybody check and see if their scoring is updated with Hurts? What rank is he at? I think he's only ranking 1 because his game happened on Thursday. I'm pretty sure he drops to like 8 or 9 once you mix in all the quarterbacks. Maybe, and that's not delivering if he's ranking there. Somebody tell me where he ranks in their format if anybody has it updated. JMO's been busting for the majority of the year. He was a buy for me this week. He did fantastic this week, but he's definitely not earned his keep, especially at this cost of entry, which was ridiculous. Told everyone not to draft him here. Breece Hall, is he a thinking emoji? He's 4? Okay. We'll put Hurts with the green. Oh, that's Travion. Brees. Everyone wants an X for Brees.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably about bust.
What about Cortland Sutton? Thinking?
Well, I mean, coming into the week, he was a top 10 wide receiver.
Okay. We're getting a green check mark from Sutton from everybody. Okay. All right. Kenneth Walker gets an X.
Yeah.
All right. So in the 25 to 48 range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh my God. 17 players underperformed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 of the 24. 14 of the 24 have busted. That is crazy. This is probably the worst fantasy football season any of you have ever endured, because it's the worst that I've endured in terms of injuries and busts in the top 48. And I've done this professionally for 24 years, played for way more than that. I've never seen a season through 6 weeks of football that has had more disaster. And that includes the coaching decisions to the injuries to whatever. What a disaster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players are performing in the top 22. 10, 11, 12. 11 in the top 30. No, 9 in the top 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 players inside the top 30. 1/3 are delivering. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 players in the top 48 are delivering. That is a crazy realization. So for people that want to say, oh, this is, I can't believe this happened to me, or, we should have known this or we should have known that. That's not the case. Look at the board. Look at the board. Yeah. It's wild. All right, so which players do I want to target via trade? Let's put a target emoji on screen. Let's see here. Not to be confused with Jackson Dart target emoji. Maybe we need another target. Maybe we do a idea emoji, idea light bulb. No, maybe we'll do. Actually, I can just put a. Well,
Dart's not on the list, so you could do a target.
All right. Okay. Of the players not performing, I'm not going to put a dart next to a green checkmark player. I think Saquon's very, very intriguing. Of course, I target JJ. Of course, I target Nico. Of course, I target BTJ. Of course, I target Genty. I'm targeting Derrick Henry. I'm targeting Drake London. So basically what I'm telling you right here, CeeDee Lamb as well. But some of these will be easier. So what I'm telling you here is, aside from Neighbors, who's out for the year, let me see if I can get a... Neighbors out for the year. I put this line right through them. Everybody that has a red X or a thinking emoji, I've targeted so far. So this is to say that the season, for the most part, I expect to turn around a little bit. Of the players that aren't injured. Drake London, of course, I would target Drake London. AJ Brown, that's the first one I'm not going to target. Brock Bowers, at cost, as new cost of entry, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to target him. Chase Brown, I would definitely go after Chase Brown right now. Bucky, I 100% will go after Bucky right now. Lab McConkey, we've already been going after him for weeks, and it's paying dividends. So far, the only player was A.J. Brown, and Malik Neighbors, who's out for the year. That should be a little encouraging.
Yeah,
T. Higgins.
I think it's very encouraging.
T. Higgins, no. Marion Hampton, no. Lamar, maybe. And I got to put this line through Tyreek Hill. Lamar, yeah, it depends. I'll say it right. I'll say it right now, man. I'm not going after Marv.
No, you can't.
Mike Evans, I
Not
might.
with a concussion now.
Yeah. Mike Evans, sure. George Kittle, yeah, the right situation, I would. Jaden Daniels, of course. Tet McMillan, I would. The price is right. I don't have to pay this value anymore, but of its current value, sure. Terry McLaurin, there's a world where I could go get Terry. Not sure what the future holds, but he'll certainly be cheap. Worthy, yeah, in the right context, I'd go after him. Trevion Henderson, of course I would, because he's people are talking about cutting him in the stream tonight, like multiple people, so he's clearly going to be cheap as hell. Jalen Hurts, I don't want to. I think he's going to get injured or something. I don't like the way this is going. JMO, I still would buy JMO.
Hurts would be a guy to even look to trade away if you could have the right quarterback situation.
Yeah.
So.
Bree, I got rid of the check mark for Sutton. Hold on. Sorry, Sutton. Didn't mean to disrespect you, pal. Breece Hall in the right context, I would. And then Kenneth Walker, I would probably not go after, actually. If he got traded, it would be intriguing, but I don't know if I'm going to play that game. So this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it gives a lot of hope for people that might be, 2-4 coming out of this week. That's not insurmountable at all.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. This is absolutely insane. We'll have to reflect on this at the end of the year. This is week bus entering. I'm going to title this week 7. Remind me to reflect on this, and we'll pull it back up.
Mick said, I got to call Mick said he's giving Gibbs a red X because he just traded Gibbs for Judkins. So don't try that, Sid.
Yeah, don't listen to that. Oh, don't listen to that guy. All right, Travis, anything else? I'm probably going to get to the super chats, and we'll see how long we stay here. We got 800, 700 people, 800 people. Wait, 800 people here on YouTube. Hit that thumb up button.
Yeah, no, I think that was good. I think it's a wake up. It'll be a wake up call to some people to look around the league and realize you're not the only one, and also look around the league and realize people that have these players that are busting are going to be willing to do it. So put together the right trade.
Yeah,
turn
Jordan.
things around quick.
Yeah, Jordan, the Fantasy Football Show, Jordan. Let me know when you did it. And then send a message, Jordan. I'll look for it. Yeah, week 7 ads right here. Dowdle, 15 to 18% availability. Not going to help everybody, but it needs to be talked about. He's a potential Bucky Irving of 2020. He is the Bucky Irving. Him and Scattaboo and maybe JCM are the Bucky Irvings of 2025. And then Vidal needs to be grabbed. Full load drop. Bourne, Fannin, Booty, Dart, Marks. Don't give up on Marks. People already have. He's available in so many leagues now. Goddard, Tez, Penix Jr., Darnold, Wandell, Golden, Bam Knight, Shepard, Dobbs, and then the rest right here. That's the waiver wire order. All right, Travis, we'll see you later, bro. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Smitty. Bye.
What a week, eh? All right, World Wide West, appreciate you dropping the $20 hauler. You get immediate attention, my boy, ahead of everybody else. Appreciate you dropping that super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Kerry says, who's Woody Marks or Rico Dowdle? Who's better the rest of the season? Rico Dowdle by a country mile. Walker, I mean, I just showed this list. Like, what am I doing? What have I been doing the last hour? Dowdle, number one ad, if he's even available, if you're lucky enough. And Marks is down at number 7, but he certainly should be added. Need help with trade upgrade suggestions. 2 flex, 1 QB, 10 man. Okay, 2 flex, 1 QB, 10 man. Hurts, Genty, Bucky, Judkins, Rico, Mason, Buka, Rice, Addison. Rice is coming back. London's bye week free. Garrett Wilson, hopefully he's okay. Let's see here. So I will probably say with your team, I'm not panicking on Judkins or anything. You got a good squad. There's nothing to get crazy about. Like trading Mason away, maybe. Waiting on Hendy and Harvey, just stash him. Don't cut him. Don't you dare cut him. You just stash him. I think you're probably just maybe looking to move Garrett Wilson if you can do it. I don't know who's going to trade for him injured, but I'm not trading Rice. I'm not trading Buka. I'm not trading London. And if you move, let's say, Garrett Wilson and Mason for one slightly safer wide receiver, I'm okay with that. Past that, bro, your team's set up really nicely. I don't think I'm panicking on anything. Your team's looking really solid. You got Fannin. Oh, no, Fannon's on waivers. Bam, Fannin. Well, you got my order. You got my waiver order right in front of your face. So go grab Fannin. And I think just hang tight for a little bit. Let the dust settle, too. Let's see what Buka looks like injury-wise. Let's see what Garrett Wilson looks like. No one's going to trade for him unless you have a clean bill of health or a really good indication that everything's going to be okay. Do I trade Waller for Chase Brown? If you need a running back, look, I know Chase Brown's, wasn't the best today, but it did seem better. I would be fine with that trade. I'd definitely go get a running back like Chase Brown at that cost. Kittle or Fannin moving forward. Depends on how healthy Kittle is. If Kittle's fully healthy, probably Kittle, but I think this gives me an opportunity to trade Kittle, better my team, and roll with Fannin. That's what I'm doing. Trade away Saquon for Judkins and Hendo. I'd probably take Judkins and Hendo, but Saquon could certainly flip and start playing well. They just need to feed him, and they haven't been doing that. Don't feel good getting Bijan for Achane and Pickens. Don't feel good getting Bijan for Achane and Pickens. Well, you probably didn't feel good today, and I think I might have said that to you when you did it. That don't be surprised if Pickens has a good game, but I don't think. I mean, you got Bijan Robinson, and you probably, Ricky, were dealing in surplus, situations where you had a bunch to go on. But Pickens is gonna have a good day. It probably doesn't feel good. You still got a little something to say, about scoring this week. So let's let it play out. Do you feel Debo plays tomorrow? I do, Bruce, but I can't say with a tremendous amount of confidence. JJ and Achane or Rice and Henry lost 3 in a row. JJ and Achane or Rice and Henry. Go JJ and Achane. It's not even close. I mean, especially with the bye week out of the way for JJ, bro. Rico Dowdle. Round 1, pick 1, 2026. I mean, I'd rather have the 1.1 than Rico. But I like Rico a lot. So if that's what you're asking me, and I know you don't have that number, but you're projecting that. Rest of season, Chase, MHJ, Hendy, or Rice, Hall, Judkins. Chase, MHJ, Hendy. I'd go Rice, Hall, Judkins. Nick, appreciate you with the super chat here. I have Jacobs, Kyron, Chase Brown, and Brees. I lost Buka and Garrett Wilson today. Do I trade Kyron for London? Sure. I don't think you're asking too much. And you get the bye week out of the way. Might help you. But, yeah, I'd be fine with that. When I got Achane at the number 20 overall pick, I told my league they didn't believe me. Look at Achane now. Bro, I don't know. Tater Sandwich, I don't know what people thought Achane was going to do. Like, what do you think he was going to do? Not you, your league mates. 12-man PPR, 2 flex. Thank you for the super chat, Sandwich. 2 flex, tight end, 1.5 premium, Pat. And what are any trades? 4 and 2. I'd probably say with Patty Mahomes, you're in good hands there. Bucky's going to be fine. It's just, does he miss one more game and does he not? Henry, you got to roll with it. You can't sell him low. He had a 100-yard game. You could try and sell him high, but I don't think anybody's going to buy into it yet. Pickens playing amazing. I'd consider a sell high if the price is right. You got Rice coming back. I'd love to get into like a JJ using Pickens and Worthy for JJ and something. Coming off the bye week too. That would be intriguing. I don't know if there's much more I would really move at this point because you can't sell a lot of these pieces high. And wait on Rice. So probably look to maybe capitalize on Pickens, but I don't think he's going to bust or anything. I love Pickens. But I just think he's got good sell high value. Got Josh Allen left versus the Bills. Do I win? Down 24. Depending on your scoring, Raul, I think it's certainly possible. But I don't know if that's a big amount in your league. It depends on your scoring. But Josh Allen scored bigger points than that before. Have you seen the South Park episode where they have huge nuts and carry them in a wheelbarrow? Reminds me of Dan Campbell. I don't know, man. Dan Campbell, he didn't seem to know what was going on with that play where everyone's like, "Oh, what a genius!" at first, and then it just kind of went crazy. Okay, Jordan, what's your question? Here it is. Here we go. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you. Traded Barkley and Pickens to acquire Lamb. New lineup is Achane, Judkins, Lamb, Adams. Okay, so traded Barkley and Pickens to acquire Lamb. That's a lot to give up, but it could work out for you. You got Achane, Judkins, Lamb, Adams, Ladd. That's a good team. Smitty approved. I think I'm okay with it. I would probably have rather had maybe something a little bit extra, like a 2 for 2. Got their Harvey or Hendy that they didn't want, a player like that. But other than that, I mean, your team looks fine. I mean, you got Lamb Chops. He's a monster. And Saquon's not playing at all well. And Pickens is amazing. But remember, Lamb is coming back. So I don't think Pickens disappears. I don't think he has 100 yards and 2 touchdowns every week. But I think he's like 90 and a touch. He'll be very, very solid. But I think that to give up Barkley and Pickens for Lamb, it's not the worst idea. I would have asked for something small, but that doesn't mean I would want you to undo it if I could press the button for you to undo it. I'm not saying I would undo it. Alicia, thank you for the super chat. Dak, Chuba, Dowdle, nice cuff job there. That's fantastic. JT, Javonte, running backs are off the chain. Lamb, Adunze, Pittman, Allen. Gonna drop Mason Taylor. I have Coker coming off IR. Moves to make. I would say look at this. Make sure Vidal's better than Coker. Fannin at tight end is nice. Bourne and Booty are probably better than Coker. I do like Coker. I don't want you to cut Coker if you like him. But this team's phenomenal. You got the bye week out of the way for Adunze. You've got the Carolina running back situation totally cuffed. JT's balling out. You could look to move like Javonte and Pittman for or Javonte and Keenan Allen for one slight monster upgrade. JSN probably off the table now, but JJ would make a lot of sense. I think Javonte and Pittman, Javonte and Keenan Allen could get you that. You got Ferguson. If you could pick up Fannin, you could then trade Ferguson and Javonte for that one player potentially. Not that you need to do anything. Standing down's probably advisable over, doing some sort of weird trade without checking, or, running it through some deep, thought of what the impact could be, given that your team is doing so well right now. I'm sure. I mean, Dowdle had to have won you the week. Dak and Dowdle, JT, Dak and Dowdle. How do you not win with that? Like, you've been pulling your weight without Lamb. That's incredible. Nice job. Stand down versus do something wild and crazy. But I definitely think selling Javonte high is not a mistake, because you're going to get something probably pretty decent. Just don't sell him low. If anybody's thinking he's not going to be as good, then you don't want to sell to that person. You got to sell him high. Looking like I'm going to fall to 1-5 in my home league with a stacked roster. Thank you for the $20 super chat, by the way, Spencer.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Brian, thank you for the blank $2 hauler. Brian with the blank $2 hauler. Make sure you include the message in the super chat, because by the time I get around to it, like, I'm not anywhere near your messages that are close by this. Looking like I'm going to fall to 1-5. Going to find a way to make it to the playoffs, though 100. Looking to trade a package of any of these one running back upgrades, ideally. Olave, Chase Brown, Hall. Olave and Chase Brown, or Olave and Hall for what RB? What RB can you find? Olave's kind of intriguing to trade. Chase Brown and Hall are not worth a lot, man, my man. I mean, ETN, if you want to take a gamble, like a lateral gamble. Javonte. Maybe you get someone to give you Javonte for that. I'm not saying that's a guarantee either, but no one's giving you James Cook, especially once, Henry would be intriguing. Olave, Chase Brown, Olave, Hall for Henry, for Saquon. Those are your only options, Spencer. And honestly, with the team and the description of how you just described your team, you could use a swing. Bank on Barkley or something like that. Hey, Smitty, I'm down 12 points. Thank you for super chat. And have Bijan left. Opponent has Shakir and Swift left. Do you believe I can still get the win? 12 points. You're down 12 points. Bijan, you have Shakir and Swift. It's going to be tough. What's the projection say? You're like 49%, 45% likely to win. I think Bijan can cover this. But, it depends on Swift. Depends on how healthy Kincaid will be if he plays. All that stuff could help Shakir. I would probably rather be you. If you said I had to pick a side to be, I'd probably say I'm not banking against Bijan. Trade away Quentin Johnson, James Cook at 26 second for Rice and Judkins. Very, very good trade. Very good trade. I like Judkins long term. I'm not freaking out after one game. 12-man, 5.5. Need a running back upgrade. Henry, Hendy, Harvey, Algier, Kendre, Waddle, QJ, BTJ, Diggs. I don't know. McBride. You trade McBride. You got Fannin. Trade McBride and Kendre Miller for the same amount of the same running backs I just listed off. You might have to go Kendre. You might have to go McBride and QJ if someone will take him hurt. QJ and Waddle to go get a Barkley and something, a Henry and something. If you can get rid of McBride and Kendre for Barkley or Henry, I would definitely do that. Trading for Bucky injured might also work in a 2-for-2. Speedy, that's your only shot. There's not a lot there to move. Trade Vidal for Caleb? No. Brian, go get something much better than that. I mean, you could wait and see until after the game, but I mean, Vidal is worth a ton right now. People would do a full load drop to get him off waivers. London or Debo if he plays tomorrow night? London. I'm not saying anything can. I mean, Debo can absolutely outscore anybody. He pulls back that bow, and anything can happen. But London, yeah, I don't think I could sit London. There's no way. I'm down 49. Need 50 from JD5 and Luke. Woo, that's a lot. I'd probably say I'd rather be the other guy, Sick Nasty, but that's just going to make me root for your situation even more. That's a tough one. Vidal for Bucky straight up. See, that's what I'm talking about. Really? Bucky. Wow. It amazes me what I see sometimes. Really. Debo needs a TD to beat London. I kind of agree with that assessment. Imagine getting Bucky for Vidal. Mahomes and Hall or Hendy for a Dunze. Mahomes and Hall or Hendy for a Dunze. Hey, Troy, I can't really answer that question, Troy, unless I have context. Like, who's your quarterback? Is it one QB? I mean, in a nutshell, I'd rather have Mahomes and Hall. Would I trade Mahomes and Hendy for a Dunze? Again, maybe depends on the quarterback that I have remaining. If I've got Dak, that'd be one thing. Just dropped 200 and still have JCM left to play. LOL. Team was May, Taylor, Kyron, JSN, Waddle, Warren, Dowdle. Keep up the good work. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. It's amazing. $20 holler from Spencer. Spencer, appreciate you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Spencer, pull back your bow. Spencer, appreciate you. Spencer to the moon. Spencer says, this 1-5 team. Let me know if there's any other moves to make. I like the Barkley idea. PPR. Caleb, Kyler, Jettas, Rice, Garrett Wilson, Achane, Chase Brown, Hall, Marks, Waller, Andrews. Let me know. Chase Brown. So Chase Brown or Hall and Olave for Barkley. Or Henry, yes. Any other moves? Garrett Wilson and Hall for Henry or Barkley, but maybe try and get something. And if look, Jettas and Rice, you're set, bro. That's a fantastic situation. Josh Allen would be very appealing too, because if you had Josh Allen or Mahomes and you had JJ and Rice and Achane, I don't really care if you're rotating, like one of the spots. Like, I'd give up some depth to make that happen. Especially if you kept Garrett Wilson somehow. But even if you got rid of Garrett Wilson and you got Josh Allen is an anchor, bro. I'd work on getting that quarterback. Josh Allen struggles, you strike. Mahomes, good luck now. JD5's a quarterback. Lamar injured. I'd probably say, you know what? Use a receiver like Garrett Wilson. Go get Lamar injured. I think a quarterback's a big difference maker for you. We still don't know how Rice will perform, says Adam. Adam, you say that like you have no shares at Rushy Rice. What are you talking about? I know I just butted in on a conversation. I had no idea what this reference is, but this screams I don't own Rushy Rice. Out of the gate, I don't think there's anything we're worried about. He looks fire in the preseason. They're just going to feed him. Rice hold for a week? No. Is this the same person? Is this your burner? Hold for a week. Or maybe you're talking to somebody that's trying to trade him. And he's saying hold for a week. Hold for more than a week. Hold him, period. Like, Rice could be top 5 wide receiver for sure going forward. 10-man, 2-5, QB Herbert. I mean, nothing's for sure, but 2-5, 1 QB Herbert, Rice, London, Buka, BTJ. Any league winning moves. Flex, Bijan, Jacobs, Genty, Hendy. What? 2 wide receivers, Rice, London, Buka, BTJ. 2 running backs. Oh, and a flex, Bijan, Jacobs, Genty. Okay. I like the team, man. I like the depth of it too. If I could maybe use, I mean, part of me wonders, like, you use Buka and Herbert to get Josh Allen and something. Maybe that's how you sidestep out of the Buka risk. I don't know. If it's me, I'm holding Buka more than I'm getting rid of him. But I'm just saying, if people are worried and they want to move, maybe you go toward a Josh Allen and a player, you know, and try and figure that out. And somebody might be willing to pay the price right now. I mean, if Buka misses no time, then I'd rather have Buka and Herbert over Josh Allen. I'm just saying, if you want to get out, it's an interesting proposition to say, look, I've got London, Rice, and BTJ. If I upgrade Herbert into a Josh Allen, it's maybe game over, because I got Bijan and Genty and Jacobs as well. It's a fantastic squad. My thing would be trying to use BTJ or Jacobs to get into like a Josh Allen. Not both, but one of them. Jacobs is good, but I'd rather have Josh Allen. And, you know, if you could get something more, of course. But I think Josh Allen's going to be a key to a lot of people's W's going forward. Flag isn't thrown if Mahomes caught the TD rigged. Huh? Oh. No. That stop, Mahmoud. Get out of here, bro. The announcers were saying it before there is even like an issue. They're like, he was in emotion. Like, come on. Hurts, Bucky, Kyron, Judkins, Jamar Chase, Rice, Igbuka. Aren't we over this Mahomes and the Chiefs getting preferential treatment when the commissioner had a vendetta out to get Rice suspended? Come on. What are we doing here? Hurts, Bucky, Kyron, Judkins, Jamar Chase, Rice, Igbuka. It's a good squad. I'm probably standing down. Let this team ride it out, Troy. I don't want to trade any of that. Other than like Hurts into Mahomes, but good luck doing that now. Josh Allen, Hurts and something for Josh Allen, but I don't know if I'm giving up anything that you have there. I like what you got, bro. Your team's freaking solid. I assume you got at least 4 wins, right? Ricky Turbo, appreciate you, my boy. 10-man, 2-5-1, Herbert, Rice, London. Did I already do this? I already did. I like the team, bro. Great job. I think it's also what you're looking for. You go out looking for the Chiefs to get calls, you're going to see it. There's a lot of stuff that they still don't get. I mean, a lot of people have been shocked throughout the season when something's like, wow, I think go the Chiefs' way. That's surprising. Not to mention they've been losing games. It's not like the refs have been helping them win games. Mahmoud, that's your anti-Chief angle here. There's no way in hell they throw that flag after the play. Yeah, because the refs literally say, hey, we were told that we got to call this for the Chiefs. If you believe that, why are you even watching the game? Does anybody really believe that the refs are corralled by the commissioner and they're said, you give the Chiefs these plays? You don't think that would come out? You don't think that at some point someone would spill the beans on that and say that we're urged by the commissioner to have the Chiefs make play? Come on. It's wild. You don't think that would come out? Insane. I think we're out of here for now. Thanks for the waiver wire session, everybody. Here's the waiver wire board. Dowdle, Vidal. Again, Dowdle's only available to 15% of you, but we have to talk about it. Vidal, Bourne, Fannin, Booty, Dart, Marks, Goddard, Tez, Penix, Darnold, Wandell, Golden Knight, Shep, Dobbs. Adam with the $20 hauler. Adam says, first of all,
Alert. Super chat alert.
Going 4-2, lowest scoring team in the league, JD5. St. Brown, Pearsall, Ridley, Chase Brown, Hendy, Hampton, Haskins, Kelsey, Bench, Knight, Judy, Ailmanor. Man, he got hit with some stuff. JD5 injury, Chase Brown's, Joe Burrow injury relating to Chase Brown, Hendy, Hampton injury, Hendy slow start. I mean, Kelsey falling apart. This is tough. You're like, no offense, this is just a reality, bro. You're gonna have to divide and conquer St. Brown. What do you get? Henry, Barkley. Those are probably the top options, bro. I'm not saying straight up. St. Brown for Henry, Barkley, get a wide receiver. What wide receiver do you get? You got to pray you can get a BTJ. You know, maybe you take a gamble on AJ Brown. I wouldn't want to. Right. I mean, imagine if you got like an Adams and Henry, Adams and Barkley for St. Brown. You gotta. If you land something like that, you're probably back, bro. You know, you might need another baby step move somewhere at some point, but you need Hendy or Hampton to come back eventually. But you need Hendy to drop a wad. Full load drop on Vidal if he's out there, Adam. But I would say the key to your success would be to go get, and you could go higher wide receiver, like you could go St. Brown for like Rice coming back, and then you're able to get like a Monty or something. I don't know. I would try the Henry and Barkley thing, bro. Should I give Jacobs and BTJ for Gibbs? I would rather have Gibbs. The amount of Gibbs doubt right now after one game is astonishing. Guys, I'll see you later. I appreciate you. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. D-Rock, I'll be 3-3. Allen, Garrett Wilson, Tet, Hendy, Bijan, Tyler Warren, Chase Brown, Bill, Ben Shakir, Godwin. Any trade ideas? Probably say I sell Tet high off the 29 yards and 2 touchdowns. So like Tet and Chase Brown, Tet and man, it's tough. Tet and Garrett Wilson for one safer receiver, but Tet and Chase Brown for. I mean, I'd trade Tet for Adams probably. I'd trade Tet for. That's a tough one, man. Ted and Chase Brown for Rice or JJ or Lamb or Nico or London. Seems like London's attainable right now for some weird reason. So if you were to get rid of... Oh, you got Rice on the bench. If you were to get rid of Tet and Chase Brown for London, I'd do that. Tet for Adams, Chase Brown for Adams. Tet and Chase Brown for Saquon or Henry. Henry and something. Try to get Henry and something. Henry's still a risk. He's still a major risk. All right. Thank you, D-Rock. Appreciate you. See you all tomorrow. I should have a video in the morning. Deuce. Appreciate all my super chatters. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you worldwide for the $19.99. Thank you, Spencer, for the 20. Thank you, Spencer, for the 20. Thank you, Adam, for the 20. Thank you, all of you, for dropping super chats, gifted memberships all day long. See you all tomorrow. Don't forget, I'm on Patreon live chat group. We'll probably be talking about a lot of stuff tonight. You can join that live chat group by clicking this link right here. I'll pin the link in the live chat right now. And see you on the Patreon. Appreciate you all. Thank you, moderators. Deuce.